WCCF, this is Charlotte County Speaks, 7 minutes after the hour of 10 a.m. on this Thursday, September 20th. Phone lines are open for you at 941-206-1580, toll free 888-441-1580. You can email us. The address is ccspeaks@live.com. Like our Charlotte County Speaks Facebook page and check us out streaming live on the web at WCCFAM.com, also on your iHeartRadio app. And Harvey Goldberg! How you doing?
Just great.
Just great. And you've brought your replacement.
I wouldn't call him a replacement.
Well,
he's our new councilman.
New councilman.
That's right.
Nobody can replace him.
Thank you. This is Tom Cavanaugh. He's the council member-elect for District 4 in Punta Gorda.
Tom, welcome.
Good morning.
Tom will be sworn in at our November 7th council meeting and then sworn at after that.
Yeah, there you go. Well, congratulations.
Thank you, Ken. Pleasure to be
welcome
here.
aboard. It'll
Thank
be
you.
fun.
Tom has a great background and a lot of experience and activity within Punta Gorda for many years. So he'll be a very capable council member, and I think the city will benefit greatly from having him on the council.
All right. Tell us about yourself, Tom.
Well, Ken, I came here in 2004 just in time to meet Hurricane Charlie, and as a lot of other people did, I guess. And then I got involved with Team Punta Gorda and spent quite a few years working with them. And
Where'd you move down from? Sounds like Tennessee.
No, that's, I don't know about that one. New York.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, great.
So, been here and been involved in the community, and I'm looking forward to this new challenge. And I've been on the rack for a few weeks now. They're trying to broaden my shoulders to, to take a little bit of the brunt that Harvey's going to have to leave over here.
It'll be fun now.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, be good. So, understand it was kind of a lively city council meeting the other day.
We had our final budget hearing for the 2013 fiscal year, the fiscal budget, and that was at 5:01 by state statute, at 5:01 yesterday afternoon. It's a very spirited group of people, standing room only. Glad to say, and the people were very interested and very concerned.
Well, yeah, when you're jacking them 17%, they're going to probably show up for that.
And that needs to be clarified. Okay? But the meeting we had 2 weeks prior, where we presented the same information and the same proposal, there were 8 people there.
Wow!
But people became aware of it, and certainly, and they came and voiced their concerns. And then their concerns were heard very well. A lot of misconceptions, however.
Iron them out for us.
A lot of people were concerned about the city's involvement and the cost of the possibility of using Impact University as an incubator.
Okay.
The city has absolutely no involvement in that whatsoever. The property's in the city, but it's a county project, and it's a private sale if it even comes to pass.
But what did as I read, the city kind of gave their blessing on it, did they?
The city said that if the property would be sold and used for that purpose, we would process the rezoning for that to make it in the proper zoning. Tom and I were talking before about this, that the concern for many people is that it would come off the tax rolls.
Yeah, it's a lot of ad valorem intangible tax.
Right. However, if you look at the way incubators are structured, not the incubator, not the parent company will, but the incubators themselves, and it's in the models that we got, in their financials, they do pay property taxes.
I haven't seen any financials from these people regarding impact at all because they haven't put them together yet.
It was models that Tom Patton and company set
Models,
out.
projections.
Projections.
Imagine. Use your imagination.
Well, it had some examples of incubators that the University of Central Florida is supporting in their program. But we clarified that at the meeting yesterday, and we've clarified it many times. That is not a city project.
No.
One of the clarifications, and I'll mention and going to give you an update of what's going on in the ring around the city with our walking and bicycle paths. People are concerned that using property taxes for that.
Yeah, and I listened back to it, and I don't know where that came from because apparently that piece of knowledge was supposedly in one of our news broadcasts here that we do at the bottom of the hour. Yeah, that's not That's paid for by the sales tax, not by property tax.
Right, by the infrastructure sales surtax and by grants that we receive from the Florida Department of Transportation.
Mhm.
Not a dime of property taxes go into that.
No. And it's almost done, too, getting there, anyway.
It is coming close. Since you mentioned it, it's on my list of things to give you an update. But we're starting construction in a few weeks on the linear park phase from Olympia Avenue over to Virginia Avenue and Shreve Street. And that should be done within a couple of months.
Good.
At the same time, we're going to be, we've gotten the go-ahead and the permits to go ahead with the construction of the Harbor Walk behind the former Best Western Hotel. And that'll be that's the missing link.
Yeah, right now it is, yeah, definitely.
Right. And then the final phase of the linear park from Shreve Street over to Highway 41 is getting ready to be bid out. We've received the final design, we've come to agreement on the costs, and they're going to bid that out. So by this time next year, that entire complex.
Portion from the hospital all the way down
Yeah.
to
Right.
Fisherman's Village will be complete.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, there's a possibility the entire 15, 16-mile ring around the city could
Will be complete by
this
next year.
time.
Wow, excellent. Good
Uh,
news, very good news.
And again, not a dime of taxpayer money's gone into it.
Well, it has, but from sales tax.
From sales tax,
Yeah.
yes. Or from road taxes that they pay. The parts of the ring, particularly the walkways, bicycle ways that go up 41 are funded through the Department of Transportation and gas tax because
Okay.
it's an alternative to driving
Ah.
by riding or walking a bike or some other non-motorized vehicle. So they're willing to fund those walkways that come up along 41.
Okay.
Good for us.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So what's going on, Harold Court? We got a new one in there?
We thought we did.
Uh-oh.
In the commercial space, on the first floor of the Harold Court Center, we had a company, Serendipity Salon and Spa was proposing, and they even signed a letter of intent to lease 5,000 square feet, a very large footprint, as a matter of fact, in the facility. Would take up, again, almost the entire space that is remaining, except for about 2,000 square feet. And yesterday at our CRA meeting, when the proposal was to be for our review and our vote, we got a notification an hour before the meeting that they were withdrawing the proposal
No.
and their letter of intent.
Oh.
We don't know. We're going to be meeting with them, and our leasing agent is continuing to meet with them and finding out if there's anything else that we can do. But they'd made a proposal, and I don't know how the other CRA members were receiving it, but it was going to be voted on. And for 5,000 square feet and a 10-year lease.
Wow.
That was very attractive.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
But that's a disappointment. But it's still great space, and we're continually looking to find new tenants.
Good, good. Moat, how's that going? The Moat grant?
Moat is moving along. They're primarily now facing their and working on their education phase of the entire project. They've secured space at Regions Bank in Punta Gorda on 41. They're interviewing and hiring 2 marine instructors, marine technology, marine research instructors, and will be conducting public courses there. They have an office in City Hall. They're already moving their research boats down to Lashley Marina to conduct research facilities there. So that's moving along. The negotiation with Lashley and Company on the property for Moat to lease part of that property is still underway. It's a matter of when they do agree upon and sign the lease agreement, and then the Moat team will be actively involved in fundraising and grant generation to fund the project. It's still moving forward.
Good.
You just don't hear a lot about it because there's everything's going on in the background right now.
Yeah, right now you got to get permission, then you got all the designs and the grants and permitting, and yes, that's going to be a little while.
Exactly, and they're in the preliminary design phase as well.
How is the annexation going regarding the Loop property?
That's coming along. We've had a lot of activity just within the last couple weeks, particularly on the legal side and in the discussions with the folks from TerraCap and the former owner, Wilder and Company. There's some legal entanglements that we're working through for property that the Wilder Company still owns within that total expanse of property. And then there are discussions going on right now between TerraCap, the current owner, and Wilder, the former owner, and how to handle those properties. What we're investigating is our ability, the city's ability to annex that property, both the parts, the larger segment that TerraCap owns, and seeing how we could annex the smaller properties that Wilder owns. And the issue is, by state law, you cannot create what's called an enclave. You
a little island. Or
can't leave something surrounded and then annex everything around it. It has to be contiguous. So and that has to do with, right now, with what is considered either developed land or undeveloped property. So we're getting legal clarification on that.
Okay.
But the TerraCap folks are very much interested in moving ahead with the annexation and coming into the city and working with the city to further develop that. Once that property, once that property is annexed, then that gives us the ability to move further east, particularly along Jones Lick Road, with other businesses that are out there that have expressed a great interest in becoming incorporated and annexed into the city, such as Walmart and the other businesses along Jones Lick Road.
Excellent.
So it's been slow, so slow.
Yeah.
And people are reluctant to make, right now in this economy, to make
Sure.
any major decisions like that. But we sit down with each business owner and go through the pluses and minuses in writing and showing them the benefits and particularly the cost and value benefits of being incorporated within the city. And then it's their decision. And we're giving them an incentive to do that as well. So hopefully if we can get over this hurdle with that former loop property, this will open the door for further expansion. And business expansion is great for the city because of what it does to our tax base.
Yeah.
Because of the value of the property.
Yeah, definitely.
And that should help us, particularly as hopefully this economy is turning around, and we hopefully will not be faced with the challenges that we have in the budgets for the future. And going back to your first question about the millage rate. Again, the millage rate increase of 18%. It is not an across the board property tax increase.
But you understand the perception that people have.
Absolutely. And the biggest challenge is to clarify that perception. Because we've investigated, we've gotten, in this last couple of weeks, we've gotten dozens and dozens and dozens of emails from people complaining, no millage rate, don't increase my taxes 18%. And when in fact you go on the property appraiser's database and you look at the particular property, and that's public information, you find out that many of the properties, their taxes are going down, and for next year. And if you go back in history and you look for last 6, 7, 8 years, the changes in their property taxes, and this is not all of them, but this is a significant percentage. The property taxes have increased $30, $40, $50 over the last 6, 8 years. I wish my homeowner's insurance did not have increased any more than
really?
that over that period of time.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Or my flood insurance.
Yeah, exactly.
But we are, and I mean this, we are absolutely sensitive to the concerns of people and what's going on with the economy. And we're just we're between a rock and a hard place right now. It's a matter of implementing this millage rate increase or eliminating city services. And that's the choice we have to face right now. It's a tough choice and a tough challenge. We have agonized over this for 9 months. From the period of time between 2000 and 2007, the millage rate has been maintained or reduced by 20% over that period of time. But now since 2008, and when property values are going down, and that's the only way that segment of the budget with property taxes can support city services. Property values go down, it's elastic. Millage rates have a tendency to go up.
Yep. Bal Harbor. How's that looking?
It's looking very good.
You done yet?
It's done. It's done. That was included in our 2012 road repaving project. Another project that road repaving that is included in that millage rate increase. We've got about 6 miles of city roads and streets that's in the program for 2013. Some of them, since our fiscal year actually begins on October 1st, we're just making preparations for some additional major roadways and streets that are in dire need of resurfacing. We're getting ready to start that program now, particularly since that was approved in the budget hearing yesterday.
Any roads in particular, off the top of your head?
We're downtown. We're resurfacing a couple of the major cross streets, Nesbitt Street downtown.
Okay, yeah, that needs it.
And that's a heavily traveled street.
It is.
That's being done for several city blocks. In the Particle Isle section, last year we did the Turtle Dove Street, which runs throughout that section. Right now we're starting on the Whippoorwill, which is another major roadway, one way in and one way out of that section.
Yeah.
Parts of Olympia Avenue downtown will be redone, as well as Marion Avenue, going from downtown out to Shreve Street. That will be resurfaced, and that's in that program. It's being funded partially through property taxes, and also through the gasoline tax that we get back from the state. The portion that we get back from the
small portion. I know.
We're a donor county.
I know. Yeah, never get back what we put in. That's
not even approaching.
Sounds like my savings account. Hi, caller. You're on the air. Morning.
If the caller is talking about that section basically from where Charlotte Regional Medical Center is, that's the beginning of our city limits, westbound. That's where that eastern phase of the Harbor Walk is, and it's a beautiful section. And we do have piers and docks that go out, walking piers and docks go out for people to view the harbor. The Environmental Protection, the State Department of Environmental Protection Agency, as well as the Army Corps of Engineers, do not permit us to cut down the mangroves. I'll tell you what, let me give you my phone number and we can talk offline, and I would like to meet you over there. And if you can write this down, my phone number is 941-639-8991. And leave me a message, and I'll be glad to meet you over there and show me exactly where you're talking about. And I can bring our public works and grounds people out there as well to tell us what we can do and can't do. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for the call. 206-1580, toll free, 888-441-1580. Got to take a quick break, and we'll be right back on Charlotte County Speaks.